If you want to know how to complete the rocket ride challenge, go check out the rest of the video. 5 weeks ago I completed the rocket ride challenge, but a few days later they removed the RPGs from the game. But now they're back, and I can show you 3 ways to complete the rocket ride legacy achievement. First of all, you need a rocket launcher. While recording this video, the only way to get an RPG is by destroying a gorger. But they might add a pumpkin launcher during the Halloween event. Anyways, if you see a red beam coming from the sky, it's a gorger. Eliminate one of the smaller robots called gatherers and use their weapon to destroy the gorger. A gorger has a lot of HP, so it takes a while to get the job done. Once destroyed, it will drop a lot of good loot, like shields, shotguns and of course the RPG. Grab it and start working on the challenge. This challenge is very hard to complete, even after you know all the different ways to do it, but I hope these tips will make it easier for you to get the legacy achievement done. As I said, there are some different ways to complete the challenge. The first one is the most logical way. I completed the challenge in solid gold back then, so all my weapons were legendary. You need to have at least one person to help you out, because you can't rocket ride yourself. Last season the challenge didn't work in Team Rumble, but since there are no RPGs in Team Rumble you need to do this in duos or squads anyways. So first of all, the idea of the rocket ride. Someone has to stand in front of the person with the RPG. I recommend you start jumping with regular pauses in between. Don't jump too fast or else you get jump fatigue. Make sure you don't aim the RPG too high or the person on top of it will fall to his death after the rocket explodes. Now wait for the right moment and you will rocket ride your teammate to the other side of the map. While riding you have to eliminate an opponent. This can be a player you already knocked or a fresh elimination. So let's have a look at the moment I completed it. We were in the end zone with only 2 opponents left. We were able to hit them several times without knocking or killing anyone. I saw one of the opponents build towards the shack all the way in the distance. So I decided to send a rocket towards that place while jumping up every time. My teammate was standing behind me, shooting the rockets towards the shack, and after a few tries I got on top of the rocket and right at that moment I was able to knock my opponent in the distance. I aimed for the knocked player and shot the rocket right at him. And here we go, I've unlocked a legacy called Oh My Stars and Garters. He must have been so confused that all of a sudden a player showed up behind him. A few AR shots to crack his shield and the shotgun to finish this awesome moment with a victory royale. Anyways, let's calm down again. The second way to complete this challenge might make it a bit easier. You still need an RPG and at least one teammate to get it done. So basically, landing in the water extends the rocket ride. Because you didn't touch the ground, the game still thinks you're flying through the sky. I'm not sure for how long it will count, but there should be enough time to eliminate someone. And to make it even better, you don't have to eliminate an active player. You can also finish a player you've knocked earlier. But it has to be yours or else it won't count. So my teammate managed to knock a player in Misty. And he didn't finish him, but he carried him towards the lake. Once he got there, he yeeted him into the river. Now it was a matter of seconds to get the rocket ride done. We failed once because he waited for me to shoot, but it's better to start jumping and let the person with the RPG decide when it's the best moment to fire the rocket. Seconds before his teammates came in, I was able to rocket ride him over the lake. Now all he needed to do was jump in the water and while swimming finish the knocked opponent. On the left side of my character you can see him do it, and that was the moment he completed the challenge. So to clarify it a little bit, jumping into the water extends the rocket ride. You can either finish someone or try to eliminate an active player while swimming. This opponent doesn't have to be in the water, he can also stand on land when eliminated. And now it's time for the last way to get it done. To be honest, this is the hardest one to explain. It's not even close to an elimination while riding a rocket, but if it works, why not? So my teammates still needed the rocket ride challenge. We went to Steamy Stacks and saw people land with us. All I could find were grenades, a fishing rod, some shields and a grenade launcher. There was an opponent on the other side in the small building. I tried to put some pressure on him and managed to hit him once with the grenades. Of course, the grenade launcher didn't really finish the job. In the meanwhile, my teammate was able to find a pistol, and if you look closely you can see him knock the player behind my ramps. This was the moment we decided to try the rocket ride with a grenade launcher. He jumped up and I was trying to make him land on the rocket. After a lot of failed attempts, I saw him turn around and walk down. So I decided to just finish the person and give it another try later. I grabbed my pickaxe and started finishing him. And at the moment he was killed, my teammate stopped moving and he said, "He got the achievement." And I was like, how? And I went to replay mode and zoomed in on the moment he completed the challenge. So this was the moment I launched him off the ramp. Apparently he didn't run down at all, but it was because of the rocket. And after I finished his knock, it counted as a rocket ride kill. So let me explain how I think it works. If you get an elimination while or shortly after riding on a rocket, you get the achievement. That means you don't have to be on the rocket once the kill gets confirmed. And you also don't have to be the person finishing the opponent. Which means you can just launch your teammate to the other side of the map after he knocked an opponent, while you or a different teammate confirms the kill. I mean, that might make it even easier. By the way, it can also be done with consumables, but I think it's much harder to rocket ride on them. My advice is to try the concept of rocket riding in Battle Lab or Creative with some friends. And once you found out the right timing, go into duos or squads and complete the challenge. Good luck! So, leave a like if this video is useful, subscribe to my channel, make sure you turn on notifications so you won't miss a single video. My goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers, so maybe you can help me out. My name is RutgerK, thanks for watching and I see you in the next video.